Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and what we're going to talk about today is the ArrayList object, because I ran into an issue with Java. Like, in JavaScript, arrays are pretty easy, and in Java, arrays are fixed length, which is typical for lower level languages. Same thing in Go, same thing in C++. Um, but where I found difficulty was trying to like add things to an array. So, my thought process is I just create a new array with an additional space and just put the new thing in there and put the old array in those first so many spots. But it's really hard to do that without some sort of for loop. So one thing I found that is a really cool tool inside Java that makes that kind of thing a little bit easier is something called an array list. So instead of creating an array, you create an array list. And then you don't have to worry about there being, you know, you having to predetermine how many spaces are in the array. So how does this work? Basically, what you do is you will say, I'm going to create a new variable. So we'll say public okay, actually I'll create this over here outside of the method. We'll say public static, and then what I want this to be, I have to type it, so it's an array list. And in an array list, you have to type what kind of data this array list holds. And I'm going to say integer. And here's the thing, you can't do int. That's not allowed. So each of these primitive types have sort of a wrapper object that wraps around them. This is usually uppercase, so in this case it would be integer. And then that would work. So I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to create an array list called integer, and we'll just call it numbers. And that's going to equal, and then I type in the array list integers. Okay, and then I put a semicolon here. I think I have to put like new array list. And yeah, there we go. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't been able to successfully put something in here to initiate the array. So that's kind of like the one downside. There are some functions in the arrays library to deal with that, but I'll do that in a separate video. This is just to kind of show you how this works. So this creates the new array list, and the cool thing here, I can just add to it as much as I want. So I can just be like numbers dot add 1 numbers dot add 2. Okay, now let's see what it's complaining about here. After this token, no, that should be right. This is called numbers. Oh wait, this is not in the function, so let me cut this out. Cut that out. Let's put that in the method. That's why it's complaining, because I'm just doing stuff in the class body. Let's add some more numbers. Numbers dot add 3. And then we will do a system dot out dot println numbers. Okay, and then you'll see here that, and again I'm doing this in VS Code, even though I've done my previous videos in IntelliJ, I just figured for like a quick one file video where I'm not bringing in like a whole bunch of libraries and stuff, this should just be fine. Okay, I want to type in Java test.java to run the file, and we should see it print out 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. Oh, where did I forget a semicolon? Right here. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, cannot find symbol. Numbers, new erase integers. Oh, I wrote integers. It's integer. Okay. There we go. Let's try that again. And there you go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, pretty easy. Or if I just wanted to get one item, okay, I would just do numbers dot get, and I can just say, and it's just like a normal array where index is 0. So if I wanted to get the number 3, I would put index 2, and let's watch how that turns out. And there's the number 3. Okay, so that's an array list, and the cool thing is you can use your custom objects. So if I were to create like a quick dog class. So let's see here, class dog, and class dog has a public string name, public integer age. Okay, and then we create the constructor function. So public dog, string name, integer age, and let's specify that this dot name equals name, this dot age equals age. There we go. We created a dog class. So now let's say we make this, instead of integer, call this dog and dog. So we're saying, hey, it's an array list of dog types, and we'll just call this dogs. Okay, and then we'll pass in a new dog. So in each of these, so new dog, Sparky, Sparky, age 6. Let me just copy that into the other two. Sparky, Fido, and Spot. So now when I hit dog, now I'll change this to dog. I have to change all these numbers to dogs. 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 Okay, so now that'll get Spot. So Java test.java. And again, right now it's only printing the address at which that particular dog is located, but I could do this as well. I could just then chain off of it, like I just want to get the name of that dog. Okay, that dog is named Spot. Okay. Or if I just wanted to get the whole dog as a string, I think I can just do this. Dot to string. Let's try that out. Oh, that just makes the address a string. Okay. I guess I have to do that individually. So I have to do something like this. Dot name, comma, dogs, dot get to dot age. Oh, but this does not take more than one argument. Nope. Boo. Okay, so that means I just have to do this. Control C. And out. And here we put the age. Spot. You know, you really take for granted some of the things that you're able to do in JavaScript, I must say. But yeah, so that's what an array list is. So that makes it a little bit easier in dealing with sort of like, if you don't want to fix length array because you're doing something like an API where people can add data, whatnot. That's an option. Again, if you're doing a genuine API connected to a database, there'll be tools to interact with that, but I just figured this is something worth knowing. And as I learn, I like to teach you guys. So, talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.